Okay. 6.4 GSM GPRS UMTS LTE 5G. So ada kaitan dengan 6.3 lah. Kan related to 6.3. Dalam 6.3 kita tengok on side generation by generation kan. First generation until 5th generation 1G until 5G networks. And then in between tu kita ada dia punya teknologi, nama-nama teknologi dia seperti GSM, GPRS, UMTS, LTE, and 5G dia tulis 5G kan. 5G mungkin MIMO kan. MIMO. Alright. So the cellular landscape you can see on this timeline. Okay, 1966 and 1986, the first generation. Okay, we're using advanced mobile phone service AMPS ataupun diguna total access communication system TACS. Okay, and then we move to second G, 2G. Okay, on 1992, we have a first GSM lah, global system for mobile GSM. Nah, until today pun kita panggil dia masih panggil GSM lah. Kan, walaupun dia sebenarnya dia dicipta on second generation ni, tapi kalau kata sebut 4G ke 5G ke data ke GSM ke, ada orang masih sebut GSM, jangan terkejutlah. Kan, that is refer to our network dekat phone kita, kan, dekat telefon kita, smartphone kita lah kan. Okay, so yang itu ada RS95 and digital MPS. And then we move to 3G 2004. In 2004 with WCDMA, SSPA, and CDMA 2000. Okay, so ada wideband code division multiple access WCDMA ni dan juga high speed packet access SSPA. High speed kita panggil high speed tu dalam parlimen boleh sebut high speed. Kalau kamu tengok dapat H+ tu antara dalam 3G lah. Okay, CDMA 2000. And then yang paling familiar sekali kan, LTE lah, LTE long term evolution on 4G kan, on in 2012. Right, so yang ni kalau tak tahu memang susah nak percaya, tak pernah dengar LTE kan, lama dah sebut. And today 2023, okay, so kita dah move on to 5G. Masih ada yang belum ke 5G. Saya pun belum ada subscribe mana-mana 5G dan telefon saya masih belum enable 5G lah setakat ni. Kan, belum. Okay, coverage saya 4G pun masih ada masalah lagi kan. Kan, di tempat saya kan, tempat saya. Okay. 5G until today from 2020 lah. Kita start dengan apa tu? Kita start dengan vaksin kan. Vaksin kita yang cucuk tu 5G lah. Vaksin kita cucuk pakai 5G. Ada semua ada situ. Dia boleh tahu lokasi kamu kat mana kan. And then 6G. Nanti 10 tahun lagi dalam 2030 insyaAllah akan ada 6G pula. Alright. Okay. Kita akan tunjuk multiple vaksin lagi lah kan, semua tempat kan. So maksudnya perjalanan kita nanti mungkin jadi 3D lah. Kita boleh nampak dalam bentuk Google Street. Dekat Google Street kita boleh tengok kita berjalan kalau kita dah cucuk 6G nanti kan. Okay, ada lagi cellular network generation dipecahkan. Contohnya ada 2G and then nama 2.5G. Yang tadi 2G yang GSM tadi kan, dia ada pecah lagi. So ada banyak lagi apa nama teknologi yang ada, contohnya GPRS. And then dia upgradekan GPRS jadi GPRS. You can see there. Okay, dia pecahkan jadi 2.75G. Kita tengok refer dekat this table. Ada maximum speed pun berbeza. Maximum speed pun berbeza ikut teknologi. And the last column ni ada tulis features untuk specific generation lah. kan, specific generation, tapi dia tak bagi tahu mana satu yang teknologi mana yang berkaitan kan, tapi dia dalam satu column semua kan. Column untuk 2.5G, all 2G features, MMS contoh, multiple message service, web browsing, real-time location-based service such as only features plus, okay. Kan ada including support for short audio and video clip, games and images contoh lah, 2.5G start kan. Okay, ini tambah sambung lagi. So ada 3G, 3.5G. Yang kata H plus tadi on 3.5G kan, 3.5G. Sebelum tu kita ada UMTS kan, UMTS. Right, so rakan ada dalam ni lah UMTS kan. UMTS up to 2 megabit per second. H plus boleh pergi 14.4 megabit per second kan, laju kan. 4G WiMAX kita dia tulis kat sini WiMAX di dalam 4G kan. And then ada UMB dengan LTE. LTE mungkin 4.5G kan. Okay, so kita go through the first one is GSM, introduction to GSM. GSM stands for Global System for Mobile Communication. So it developed by European Telecommunication Standards Institute or ETSI. So this is a mobile radio standard for fully digital mobile radio networks. So this is a successor for to the analog system of the first generation. So it most widely used mobile radio standard worldwide. So GSM most widely used mobile radio standard worldwide. Okay, GSM ataupun the popular 2G system, although there are many competing technology in the 2G cellular network landscape, GSM by far dominates the world today with our 2,000 million users in over 100 countries. Daripada tak ada handphone kepada ada handphone. Kan masa tu waktu 2G. Okay, data rate up to 9.6 kilobit per second using 124 channels per cell. So each channel can support 8 users through TDMA ataupun maximum 992 users per cell, in practice about 500. So it operates in following 3 frequency range. GSM 900 operate in 900 MHz frequency range and is the most common in Europe and the world. Okay, GSM 1900 ataupun 1900, 1900 atau nama lain PC 1900, DCS 1900. So the only frequency used in North America for GSM. Note that the term PCS is commonly used to refer to any digital cellular network operating in the 1900 MHz frequency range, 1900 MHz frequency range, not just GSM. So GSM 1800 atau GSM 1800, GSM 1800 atau nama lain PCN or DCS 1800. So it operates in the 1800 MHz frequency range and is found in a rapidly increasing number of countries, including France, Germany, Switzerland, UK, and Russia. So there adalah dual band and tri-band phones are able to provide support everywhere. Sama dulu kan. Also, GSM support roaming. Okay, so GSM roaming support. Let us assume that you have a single band GSM 1900 phone. So this phone will work only in North America kan. But after landing in Europe, kamu pergi Europe pula, daripada Amerika pergi Europe, you can transfer your SIM. SIM card tu kan, subscriber identity module. Dulu SIM card besar dia besar kad yang SIM card besar, kad SIM card sekarang kad tu mana tak ada lah kan. Kad dua kan, dia pakai kad biasa je. Dulu ada SIM card yang ada dalam kad tu kan, besar tu lah. Okay, so kita can transfer SIM card to phone of the correct frequency. Okay, so this is called SIM roaming. It means that once you arrive in Europe, you must rent a GSM phone from a local network operator so that you will have phone that use the correct frequency. Then you simply take the SIM out of your home phone and insert it to the rented phone. Please do remember to take charge to take your SIM card back kan. Pakai telefon je yang kat negara tu, tapi SIM card pakai SIM card lama tu dipanggil SIM roaming kan. Tapi kalau bayar tu mahal ni. Kalau kata saya pernah pergi tak pergi jauh pun, tak pergi ke Thailand pun, duduk kat rantau panjang pun dapat signal. Kan dapat signal kata nak roaming kan. Roaming maksudnya kita tumpang pakai dekat Thailand kan. Tumpang pakai kat Thailand tapi dia punya charge dia mahal lah. Kan padahal duduk kat rantau panjang je. Dan seolah-olah dia dah dapat signal untuk roaming. Kan. Okay. So SIM roaming offers the advantage of letting you use your home phone number and being billed to your home account. So make sure that your local network operator has a roaming agreement with the destination country. So many North American companies have roaming agreement with country abroad. Some do not. Ada yang tak support kan GSM roaming. Teknologi dia support tapi dia tak nak support by company kan. Tak ada agreement. So we go to GSM network architecture. So dalam GSM ni dia ada satu dipanggil mobile station. Okay, mobile station ni represent the mobile user and communication across the air interface with the base station transceiver in the same cell as the MS. Satu lagi yang panggil base station lah. Kan the main part of MS is mobile equipment. Okay, telephone or PDA and ME ataupun mobile equipment includes a radio transceiver, a digital signal processor and a subscriber identity module ataupun SIM. So SIMs are used to support roaming. So next, the second one is base station subsystem atau kita panggil short dia sebagai BSS. Okay, sebelum ni kalau kamu tak tahu BSS, kamu ingat BTS. BTS mungkin kamu boleh dengar kan, mic drop. Okay, so consists of a base station controller BSC and one or more base transceiver station BTS. So each BTS defines a single cell and includes radio antenna. So radio transceiver and a link to a base station controller BSC. So ya, COVID naik pula dah kan. Peringatan untuk kita COVID dah bahaya sekarang. Kan? Naik balik dia punya ni, ancaman dia. Mungkin gelombang ketiga bahaya, hati-hati semua. Selingan saja. Okay, each BTS define a single set and includes radio antenna, radio transceiver and link to a base station controller BSC. So BSC reserve radio frequency, manage handoff of mobile units from one cell to another within BSS and control paging handoff. Handoff kita akan tengok nanti dekat chapter 5. Kan, chapter 6.5, sorry, 6.5. Kemudian yang daripada BTS tu kita nak pergi dekat center dia, dipanggil Mobile Switching Center, MSC. So this MSC provides link between cellular networks and public switched telecommunication network. So MSC control handoff between cell in different BSS. So siapa kalau kita daripada handphone nak telefon rumah, MSC lah yang linkkan. So MSC control handoff between cell in different BSS, authenticates users and validates account pun MSC. Nak tengok kamu punya kalau pakai top up kan, kredit, nak tengok boleh call tak boleh call. So MSC. So enables worldwide roaming of mobile users. To support these features, MSC consists of the following database. So dia ada HLR dengan VLR. So home location register HLR database store information about each subscriber that belongs to it, and VLR visitor location register database maintain information about subscriber physically in the region currently. So authentication center AUC database used for authentication active for encryption keys, and then ada satu lagi nama database nama EIR, equipment identify register. So keeps this database keeps track of the type of equipment that exists at the mobile station. Ini fungsi MSC center dia. Okay, so MSC kat mana? Kita tengok. MSC daripada tengah-tengah base station ke PSTN. Maksudnya kalau MSC base station dengan base station pun MSC lah tengah-tengah dia kan. Sepatutnya ada satu lagi base station juga kan, ada base station. Okay, sebelah dekat user ni kita panggil MS, mobile station. Pencawang kita nama BSS ataupun BTS kan. Okay, so yang ni contoh kita pakai GSM 2G architecture. Nampak sekian, MS tu ada handphone lah. So BSS kita ada BTS, pencawang, okay. So dekat network subsystem kita ada MSC, dalam tu ada VLR, HLR, AUC tadi kan, and then dia boleh keluar ke PSTN. Okay. IS-95 ataupun 2G CDMA cellular has a different structure for its forward base station to mobile station and backward link. So the forward link consists of up to 64 logical CDMA channels, each occupying the same 1228 kHz bandwidth. So the forward channel support 4 different types of channels. So sama ada traffic channel, pilot, synchronization and paging. So traffic channel ada channel 8 until 31. Kalau channel 1 sampai 7 adalah channel untuk paging. Kan? Kalau 32 synchronization, first channel adalah pilot. Kan? Pilot. So traffic channel, these 55 channels are used to carry the user traffic is original at 9.6 kilobyte per second, reverse at 40.4 kilobit per second. Channel 0 used for signal strength comparison among other things to determine handoff. Synchronization channel terakhir, okay, 1200 bit per second saja. Okay, channel used to identify the cellular system. So first channel 1 sampai channel 7 selepas pilot adalah untuk message for mobile station. Maksudnya dia bagi-bagikan channel macam tu. So all these channels use the same frequency band. The chipping code, 64-bit code, is used to distinguish between users. Okay, thus 64 users can theoretically use the same band by using different code. So the voice and data traffic is encoded, assigned a chipping code, modulated and sent to its destination. The overall architecture of 2G CDMA based system are similar to the TDMA based GSM system. Okay, so nanti ada figure. The main difference is that the radio communication between the base station subsystem and mobile system use CDMA instead of TDMA. Tak ada pun. Bawah belakang kot. Figure yang figure ni kan. Terbalik kat belakang. Okey, patah balik. The advantages, CDMA advantages. So first is network capacity. So in CDMA, the same frequency can be reused in adjacent cell because the user signal differentiate from each other by a code. So those frequency reuse can be very high, and many more users, up to 10 times more, can be supported as compared to TDMA. So second one is reliability and graceful degradation. So CDMA-based networks only gradually degrade as more users access the system. This is the contrast to the sudden degradation of TDMA-based system. For example, if the channel is divided between 10 users, then the 11 user can get a busy signal in a TDMA system. So this is not the case with CDMA because there is no hard division of channel capacity. So CDMA can handle users as long as it can differentiate between them. So in case of CDMA, the noise and interference increase gradually as more users are added because it becomes harder to differentiate between various codes. Other advantages is privacy. Okay, privacy is inherent in CDMA since spread spectrum modulated data to signal randomly. You cannot understand the signal unless you know the randomizing code. So frequency diversity. So CDMA use spread spectrum. Those transmission are spread over a larger frequency bandwidth. Consequently, frequency-dependent transmission impairment that occurs in certain frequency range have less effect on the signal. So for environmental, so since existing cell can be upgraded to handle more users, the need for new cell towers decrease. So kurang guna cell tower kan, advantages. So disadvantages, ada masalah self-jamming. So it works better if all mobile users are perfectly aligned on chip ataupun code boundaries. So if this is not the case, then some interference can happen. The situation is better with TDMA and FDMA because time and frequency card bands can be used to avoid the overlap. So another drawback is a soft handoff. So an advantage of CDMA is that it use soft handoff. So for example, to sell can own a mobile user for a while before the handoff is complete. However, this requires that the mobile user acquires the new cell before it relinquish the old. So a more complex process than hard handoff used in FDMA and TDMA schemes. Coverage dalam peta ni tengok banyak lah. GSM coverage. Satu dunia kan. Okay, so GSM discontinue dekat mana? Negara mana? Boleh tengok. As time goes by, better and newer technology will be made, and this also includes GSM. So Australia and Singapore have already decided to switch off in 2017. Germany and Austria, for example, have not yet set a shutdown date. But in Switzerland, no public GSM mobile phone network will probably be available from 2021. Dah tak ada daripada 2021. Will tu maksudnya slide ni slide lama lah sebelum 2021 kan. 2.5G. Okay, 2.5G cellular network have been developed as a transition path to 3G. Okay, so teknologi ni nama GPRS. So this system builds packet switching system on top of existing 2G system to improve data rates significantly. So nak bagi laju lagi lah, ada 2.5G. Daripada GSM jadi GPRS. GPRS ni apa? Stand for General Packet Radio Service. So GSM networks offer circuit switched data services at 9.6 kilobit per second. So most GSM carrier are developing a service called General Packet Radio Services or GPRS at 2.5G technology. So GPRS can theoretically provide IP-based packet data speeds up to maximum of 160 kilobit per second. So however, typically GPRS networks operate at lower data rates. One proposed configuration is 80 kilobit per second maximum, 56 kilobit per second typical for the downlink, and 20 kilobit per second maximum, 14.4 kilobit per second typical, kilobit per second typical for the uplink. Okay, GPRS support both IP and X25 networking. So the main component of GPRS network is the GSN. Nama dia GSN, GPRS support network. G, GPRS, S support and network GSN that receive the packet data and transfer it to the internet to other GPRS network. To provide GPRS services on top of GSM, the network operators need to add a few GSNs and make a software upgrade to assist and new other network elements. So this quick upgrade capability has fueled the popularity of GPRS. So GPRS service offer extend the GPRS extend the GSM packet secret switch data capabilities and make the following service possible. So kat sini dah kita pernah dengar mula-mula dengan nama MMS, Multimedia Message Service, SMS messaging and broadcasting, real-time location-based service such as direction, basic multimedia such as short audio, video clip, games and image, and then ada dulu nama dia WAP kan. Dulu pun masalah nama WAP, Internet Application for Smart Device to Wireless Application Protocol. WAP ni adalah Wireless Application Protocol masa tu. 2.5G ataupun GPRS. Okay, kita tengok architecture dia. So dekat MS ada 2G plus MS voice data. Yang lain-lain tak berubah kan? Yang lain-lain tak berubah. Cuma dia ada GGSN kat sini dengan SGSN. Service GPRS support node ditambah yang bawah ni. Yang ni sama macam GSM biasa kan? So, dia support yang bawah ni. Okay. So dia masih pakai HLR daripada GSM juga. Kemudian dia GPRS tu kita enhance lagi. Dia tambah E kan. Enhanced GPRS ataupun Enhanced General Packet Radio Service eGPRS. So was developed on GSM network beginning in 2003, improved data transmission rate as a backward compatible associate of GSM. Nama lain H. Kamu dapat huruf E kan? Kadang-kadang internet slow dapat E kan? E tu dulu bukan slow, laju kan? Laju, enhance. Kan? H tu is a subset to GPRS and can function on any network with GPRS deploy on it. So speed up to 135 kilobit per second. Laju lah masa tu, zaman tu. So also known as 2.75G. Tadi 2.5G kan? Yang ni 2.75G and it also can be considered as 3G technology. Okay. So H ni adalah singkatan untuk Enhanced Data Rates for GSM Evolution H. Nama lain bagi GPRS. So 2.75G wireless cellular network have been developed as an enhanced data rates for GSM and GPRS evolution. Okay, so H tadilah bits packet switching system on top of existing 2G system to improve data rates significantly. So was developed so that the network operators who did not succeed in acquiring 3G license could still offer high data rates to their customer. Ada juga kan yang tak dapat license untuk 3G license. So dia nak up lagi, so dapat eGPRS 2.75G. Okay, so H ni can be considered as a 3G technology dah. Dia dah hampir dengan 3G dah. So 3G pun lebih kurang laju dia lah. Introduce a new method at the physical layer, including the new form of modulation 8 PSK and different ways of encoding data to protect against error. So maximum data rates up to 384 kilobit per second. Laju 3 kali ganda tadi 100 je kan. So H has been designed to address some of the limitation of GPS. For example, GPS impacts on a network's existing cell capacity because voice and GPS calls both use the same network resources. The extent of the impact depends upon the number of time slots, if any, that are reserved for exclusive use of GPS. So there are a number of key elements in the upgrade from GSM and GPRS to H sebenarnya. So the GSM H technology require a number of new elements to be added to the system. Yang tadi sebut 8 PSK modulation kan. In order to achieve the higher data rates within GSM H, the modulation format can be changed from GMSK to 8 PSK. This provides a significant advantage in being able to convey 3 bits per symbol, thereby increasing the maximum data rate. So daripada sudut base station, apart from the upgrade to incorporate the 8 PSK modulation capability, so other small changes are required to the base station. These are normally relatively small and can often be accomplished by software upgrades. So Edge upgrade to the network architecture. So GSM Edge provide the capability for IP-based data transfer. As a result, additional network element are required such as GSN tadi ataupun gateway GPRS service node, so that will connect to packet switched network such as the internet and other GPRS network. So it will servicing GPRS service network ataupun SGSN. So nama dia serving GPRS service network tadi GGSN. So this provides the packet switched link to mobile station. So mobile station, it is necessary to have GSM H handset that is H compatibility. Kalau tak ada, biasa je 2G saja tak boleh pakai H. So it is possible to upgrade handset. This means that the user need to buy a new handset lah. Masa tu. Macam 5G ni lah, kita nak pakai 5G kena ada handset 5G kan. Okay. Okay, ni detail untuk spec H. Overview lah, overview. Okay, parameter multiple access technology FDMA dengan TDMA. So dia adalah duplex teknik FDD. Channel spacing 200 kHz. Modulation pakai GMSK dengan 8PSK. So slot per channel ada 8. Frame duration 4.615 millisecond. Latency below 100 millisecond. Overall symbol rate 270 symbols per second. So overall modulation bit rate 110 kilobit per second. Radio data rate time per slot 69.2 kilobit per second. Max user data rate per time slot 59.2 kilobit per second. And maximum user data rate when using 8 time slot adalah 473.6 kilobit per second. Okay, kita masuk pula yang daripada GSM GPRS, kita masuk pula ke UMTS. UMTS is Universal Mobile Telecommunication System. Is one the third generation 3G mobile phone technology. It is standardized by 3GPP. 3GPP ya, ada P double P situ. Kamu jangan search 3GP pula. Tu tak kena. 3GPP. And is the European answers to the ITU IMT 2000 requirements for 3G cellular radio system. It is an evolution of GSM technology. So UMTS, the 3G successor to GSM, which utilize the WCDMA interface and GSM infrastructures. The overall idea is that UMTS users will be able to use 3G technology all over the world under different banners. So this roaming ability to use devices on different networks will be made possible by satellite and land-based network. So UMTS provide a consistent service environment even when roaming via virtual home environment VHE. So a person roaming from his network to other UMTS operator experiences a consistent set of services independent of the location or access mode ataupun satellite or terrestrial, designed to rise the data rate to 2 megabit per second. Okay, tapi waktu driving dalam 144 kilobit per second saja. Okay, untuk outside standard 388 kilobit per second. Macam tengah berjalan kan. Okay. Kalau kata indoor, biasa boleh dapat 2 megabit per second. There are two types of UMTS system. Okay, frequency division duplex ataupun FDD. Band code division multiple access WCDMA FDD over WCDM. Okay, so it used two frequency which allows separate transmission and reception on two different frequency. The second one is TDD ataupun time division duplex under WCDMA band code division multiple access. So this allow for duplex transmission on the same frequency by assigning different time slot in a single frame for transmission and reception. So UMTS technology combines the WCDMA CDMA SCDMA interface, okay, GSM mobile application part ataupun MAP core, map core, and the GSM family of speech codes. In the most popular cellular mobile telephone variant of UMTS, WCDMA is currently used. UMTS over WCDMA use a pair of 5 MHz channels. In contrast, the competing CDMA 2000 system use one of more arbitrary 1.25 MHz channels for each direction of connection. So it use spread spectrum technology. It assign different codes to users as in CDMA. Okay, so tadi kat sini ada SGN dengan SGNN. So untuk GPRS sekarang kita ada satu lagi sebelah bawah ni, kita nak kena pakai 3G. UE kita kena pakai 3G telefon dah. So dia punya station pun dah berubah kan. Dia pakai RNS daripada BSS tadi, nama Radio Network System. Alright. Okay, so daripada sini dia ada PSDN nampak. PSDN. Okay, ni nama-nama untuk network element untuk 3G 3 UMTS Mobile Switching Center. Nama-nama tadi RNC tu apa kan? Okay. Legend je lah. UE telefon kita lah. UE, the UMTS UE is based on the same Principle as the GSM MS, the separation between mobile equipment and UMTS subscriber IoT module SIM card tadi ataupun USIM. So UE consists of display and user interface, hold the authentication algorithm and keys, user and termination of the air interface and application platform. So UMTS spectrum bandwidth is 5 MHz. Spectrum specified by WARC 92 is 1900 MHz for uplink and 2100 MHz for downlink. Over 120 licenses have already been awarded to operator worldwide as of December 2004, specifying WCDMA radio access technology that builds on GSM. Okay, advantages over GSM and CDMA. So speed, speed, high spectral efficiency, global roaming, good network coverage, and better quality of service QoS. Better QoS. Okay, kelemahan dia pula, UMTS is criticized for its wide spectrum. Cost of license for its spectrum is very high. License tu mahal. Deployment of UMTS require upgradation of existing GSM network, which is very costly. UMTS network requires base station at every 100 meters, which is not possible in urban areas. Habis UMTS, kita pergi kepada dua lagi, LTE dengan 5G. So LTE dulu ataupun long term evolution network yang kita dengar kan. Ini 4G dengan LTE. A project by telecommunication body named Third Generation Partnership Project 3GPP. Okay, so dia pakai System Architecture Evolution or SAE is the correspondent of 3GPRS GPRS 3G Packet Core Network. Evolution LTE are present both LTE and SAE. The main goal is to provide high data rates, low latency, and packet optimized radio access technology supporting flexible bandwidth deployment. The network architectures design with goal to support packet switched with seamless mobility and good quality of service. Alright, so LTE network architecture dia lah lain lah. Tak nampak dia lain kan? Lukisan je lain kan. Tapi dia punya kedudukan lebih kurang lah. Dia punya BTS kan? So main feature of LTE technology, real-time services, LTE equipped with a TCP/IP layer that makes it an all-IP network. The technology support things like voice, video, mixed data, and messages in traffic. Okay, TCP/IP layers, LTE allows to use any bandwidth and capable of getting paired with both TDD and FDD bands. So they are the spectrum flexibility, offer protection, and give ability to shape the radiation transmission pattern. The advantages, IP network architecture used by LTE network makes is fully dedicated to the packet switched operation. So the ones transported using VoP and legacy networks, LTE use OFDMA in the downlink by effectively utilizing the channel resources, resulting in increasing the total user capacity because different users utilize different channels for using the system. So comes with better version of architecture when compared with other standards, so the handoff become much smoother between regions. So faster downloading, that reduce traffic load on the network. Drawback, disadvantages, LTE is a little bit complex and demand highly skilled engineers for managing the system. Of course lah. So it will forcing in making the LTE technologies costly when compared with standard network. So older model of phone can use LTE technology. Older model phone cannot use LTE technology. As yang kita ada sekarang ni 5G tengah up sekarang, providing a new frequency bands along with the wider spectral bandwidth per frequency channel. So different between 4G and 5G, high increased peak bit rate, larger data volume per unit ataupun high system spectral efficiency, high capacity to allow more device connectivity concurrently and instantaneously. So lower battery consumption. Lagi banyak teknologi yang baru, lagi lower battery kan. So better connectivity irrespective of the geographic region in which you are, a larger number of supporting device, lower cost of infrastructure development, and the higher reliability of the communication. Okay, tengok dia punya architecture dia semakin bertambah kan. Dia ada massive MIMO kat situ. You can see. Dan dia ada wired link. Kat mana wired link? Ni kat San. Kan wired link. Okay. So application of 5G, it will make unified global standard for all. So network availability will be everywhere and will facilitate people to use their computer and such kind of mobile devices anywhere, anytime. Because of the IPv6 technology, visiting care of mobile IP address will be assigned as per connected network and geographical position. So each application will make real Wi-Fi zone. Its connective radio technology will facilitate different version of radio technology to share the same spectrum efficiently. So its application will facilitate people to have radio signal at a higher altitude as well. So advantages, of course, first is speed lah, super speed. Particularly possible to avoid the super speed 1 to 10 gigabit per second. Latency will be 1 millisecond end-to-end round trip. 1000 bandwidth per unit area, feasibility to connect 10 to 100 numbers of devices. Worldwide coverage, about 19% reduction in network energy usage. Battery life will be much longer. Dan terakhir adalah buat SIM percuma kan. Buat SIM percuma, tak kena bayar pun untuk 5G. Okay, ada lagi yang itu lah. Okay, high resolution provide directional large bandwidth shaping technology together on network on the same platform more effective and efficient. Possible to provide uniform, uninterrupted, and consistently connectivity across the world. So easily manageable with the previous generation technological sound to support heterogeneous service, including private network. Drawback ada. Technology is still under process and research on its viability is going on. Dia bukannya drawback sangat, bukannya masalah ni. Kan dia cabaran lah, challenge. So the speed this technology is claiming seem difficult to achieve. Macam susah ya, betul ke? So because of the incompetent technological support in most part of the world, many of the old devices would not competent to 5G. Kena beli telefon baru lah. Hence all them need to be replaced by with new one, expensive deal konon-kononnya kan, tapi kamu mampu lah kan pakai iPhone 5G kan. Security and privacy issue yet to be solved.